Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. I want to thank everybody for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. Now, let's just get into it. So, I wanted to just talk about some little stuff I was seeing and some thoughts I had on like the Big Ten and then some stuff about OSU. So, the Big Ten, with the Big Ten, I was thinking the other day and I heard James Franklin might be going to Florida State. And with that, honestly, if I was him, I would go to Florida State. The ACC, all it has is Clemson, Miami once in a while, every couple years. Because in the Big Ten is usually the second best conference from the SEC or whatever, vice versa, however you want to put it. But the Big Ten, you got to play Wisconsin. Wisconsin is always pretty good. Michigan, OSU, Iowa will hit you in the mouth and ruin your season. Now you got Minnesota looking like they trying to turn up a little bit. So then you got Michigan State, who if they're down or whatever, they still will hit you in the mouth. They that type of team. So the Big Ten, honestly, I would leave the Big Ten if I was him. Why would I want to have to deal with all that? People saying, "Oh, Florida State's a dumpster fire." Penn State wasn't in a great position when he went there. It ain't about if you're a good coach, you don't care about, it's a dumpster fire. And if you're a good coach, you think about the tradition and the resources. Florida State has great tradition, great resources. New coach comes in and gets recruiting going. They can be dominant again. So that's that. If I was him, I would go, because you don't have to deal with the Big Ten. Even with us, until you get to the level of until we get back to the level where it's Ohio State or us, and then everybody else, until we get like that consistently, because every couple years, every 2 or 3 years, teams like Penn State, Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan State, they're going to have a bunch of seniors and juniors, and they're going to be good strictly off the fact that their players know how to play football, and they've been doing it so long, so they're not going to make mistakes. So every couple years, every 3 years, you should have a team that can maximize their potential and maybe almost go undefeated or lose like 2 games. And so especially at Penn State, Wisconsin, Michigan State, Michigan, and OSU has just got so much talent that they just reload. They don't rebuild. But for the rest of these teams, you're going to have it hard, because you're going to have these teams on your schedule. They're going to have seniors, juniors with top talent, and they're going to be hard to beat. Any year you can have. And then your schedule is gonna be hard anyway. You get lucky if you have a schedule like OSU this year. What do they have? Wisconsin, Penn State, and us. Those are the hardest 3 games they had. But with that being said, Notre Dame, I'm so glad we're not playing them no more. Because all these years when we're trying to build our team and get to the OSU level. That's what we're trying to get. OSU, Clemson, Bama, Georgia, that level. It's hard to get to that level, because getting to that level, you have to win. Recruits want to see you go to the playoff. Recruits want to see you go to the championship. They want to see you win the Big Ten. It's hard to do that when you got when you got Notre Dame on your schedule, even though it's out of conference. But if you lose, it's a loss. College football now, it's about winning every game. You don't have to schedule all them teams for what? Big Ten schedule hard enough. We got nine conference games. Why would I want to add another Just like next year, we play Washington. First game of the year in Washington. They haven't been that good this year, but who knows what type of team they might have next year in their house, and they have a good coach in Chris Peterson. So the way I feel, I'm not scheduling those teams. I'm not scheduling no hard out of conference teams. Our Big Ten schedule is always hard because we play Michigan State. We got OSU every year. So we play the hardest team in the Big Ten every year. Penn State, we always seem to have Penn State. We got MSU, OSU. Then we're going to have an Iowa in there or something like that. That's 4 tough games already. Not to mention anybody else that might have a good year and have a senior-led team and just come out and surprise you. Big Ten schedule is hard enough. We don't need that. Just like the SEC, they only have eight conference games. So they get an extra cupcake. I want one too. I want to get to the championship. I like the Notre Dame rivalry. Don't get me wrong. I'm hyped for the game. I love watching games like that. I'll be hyped for the Washington game next year. But I'll be even more hype us having another cupcake and making the playoff or something. Having less losses, less chances to lose one of those games. And then if you do have a good season like you want to have one loss or something, that can still hurt you. Let's say we lose to Washington and somehow beat everybody else on our schedule. That can still knock us. That can still keep us out of the playoff. Losing one game. Oh, it happened to OSU last year. It was a bad team. They lost to Purdue. It was a bad loss, but it's still a loss. A loss just hurts you. So once you lose, you holding your breath. Because ain't no telling what the committee will do, especially with this Alabama Invitational. That's what it basically is, or the SEC Invitational. So I like watching those games, but I'd rather have a cupcake so we can have one less loss, one less dog fight. That's just how I feel, though. But the real thing I really wanted to talk about on this is, come on, y'all, with the delusional talk. I can't take delusion, man. I can't take delusional Michigan fans, man. Why you? I saw somebody post that is Shea better than Fields? Shea isn't in the stratosphere of Justin Fields. Let's be real, man. In this, I hope our players don't disrespect competition like some of the fans. That man got 41 touchdowns. Shea has 21. These are total touchdowns. He's got 41. Shea has 21. And you got the nerve to act like Shea is better than that man? Come on. Oh, what they were in close. Their defense gets the ball back. It don't matter. He's getting it in the end zone. Oh, they've got a potent running game. So Shea didn't have a potent running game at first. Yeah. If you don't have a potent running game, that means you should have more passing yards. The passing yards are about equal. That don't even make sense. Like, I hope the players aren't disrespecting the competition. If you want to beat somebody good, you have to show them a certain amount of respect so you take them serious. That man over there ain't nothing to play around with. Dude, take it 60 in about 4 seconds. He's gone. Shea ain't doing that. Justin Fields has, I get in the open field, say goodnight speed. Shea don't have that. Dude has a powerful, strong arm. Shea has a mediocre arm. He's not on the level of dude. Dude has supreme talent. He's just not on that level. I don't even know how you can even think to say something like that. Nothing nothing that he's done can make you say that he's better than him. The man got 41 touchdowns to 21. Shea played like garbage most of the year, man. Come on. Now he's playing better now. I ain't saying the whole season he was trash. He's playing better now. But let's not act like he's that. I don't care if OSU got the ball on their own 10-yard line. He's getting it in the end zone. That's the thing. He's getting it in the end zone. We could get the ball on the 10-yard line. Charbonnet gonna get most of them touchdowns. It ain't gonna be Shea. Let's just be real, bro. Like, be real about this stuff, man. Oh, they haven't played anybody. Oh my God. They haven't played anybody. They played Wisconsin and they kicked their butt like Wisconsin did us. They're for real. We got our doors blew off by Wisconsin. Ohio State blew their doors off. You got the nerve to say they ain't played nobody when they played who we played and destroyed them. Come on. They haven't been in a close game. If it's close, let me tell you something about this. And this is the real thing about this series. OSU they're not used to losing to us. These players on this team, they've never lost to us. We haven't won the game in 7 years. So none of these players on this team are used to losing to us. If we get up early, they're not going to quit. They're going to fight harder. If the game is close late, they're going to fight harder to be the team not to lose to us. Now, if we win, we're going to be, it's great for our guys because they're going to be, we the team that beat OSU. We got it back going. But for them, they don't want to be the team to lose to us. They don't want to be be the team to lose to Michigan when they've been beating us every year. No, they don't want to be that. So if it's close, they're going to be fighting even harder. Whatever happens, they're going to be fighting to beat us as hard as they can. Like, it ain't going to be no joke about that. So, yeah, you can set the scenario you want to. The only scenario I might actually feel good about them choking up in a close game is if it's the field goal kicker. Now, a kicker can choke the game away. Now, if it's on him, I'm still going to have my fingers crossed, but I feel a little better. A close game, them dudes don't care. They not used to losing to us. That's the thing. That's the thing about them. And I've said this before last year. I did a video. It's like playing when you play your big brother or whoever at the park or your cousin that always beats you. It's the hardest. It's the hardest thing is to beat them. You can be up. Y'all playing the 12, and you can be up 8-2, and then all of a sudden he okay, and all of a sudden you done lost 12-8. You know why? Cause I ain't finna lose to you. I run you. I'm the one beating you every year. Every time we play, I'm the one winning. I ain't finna lose to you. You think I'm finna lose to you? So I can have you talking stuff? No, I ain't finna lose to you. You crazy. I ain't finna lose to you. That's their mindset. They used to winning, beating us. So us wanting it, you gotta take it from them. There ain't no, we gotta take the win from OSU. It has to be taken from them. They're not going to give it to us. Oh, Michigan got up. Oh, it's over. They going to come roaring back. We got to take it from them. They're not used to losing to us. When they alumni come back that we won all 4 of our games against Michigan. We won all 4 of ours. That's what they have to hear. They're not trying to be that team that lost to us. And then they have to look at their alumni disappointed and stuff that they the team that lost when they never lose to us. That's all that is what the teams that we have to deal with. They now have a legacy or a tradition of not losing to us. So we have to fight. We have to do everything in that game. We have to do harder than them. We have to run our routes harder. Our running back has to play like a man amongst boys all year. Shea has to be on pinpoint, making exclusive plays that he might not have ever even thought he can make. Everything has to be on point. Don Brown has to call the game of his life. Everything has to be on point. No quitting, no letting up. That's what has to happen when you haven't beaten somebody. I want to hear this close game. Oh, if it's close, they haven't played anybody close all year. You know why they haven't played nobody close? Because they blow everybody's doors off. They might not be that good. They done blew everybody out. That's the goal. The goal ain't to struggle with Army. The goal ain't to come out against Penn State and not show up the first half and then play a nice second half. The goal is to blow them out in the first half to put the second string in the second half. I want to hear all that stuff. Making excuses, man. I want to hear them excuses, bro. Them excuses be making me so mad. I don't want to hear no excuses. No, they haven't played. The goal is to blow everybody out. I think Dobbins said earlier in the week. What did he say? Dobbins said earlier in the week about close games. Why does it have to be a close game? That's the mentality I want to hear. Why does it have to be a close game? We're blowing everybody out. I don't care who you is. Oh, yeah, it's Penn State or Michigan. We're going to trounce them too. That's the mentality. If it's a close game, no. We trying to blow people out. But that's the difference. They used to not losing one game. They used to blowing people out. We sitting here with this loser mentality. Nah, man. But that's the difference. That's the difference. Let's see what they handle a close game. Man, please. They not trying to make it close. They trying to stomp you. First half. Second half, we put in our backups. Now y'all score on them and act like y'all did something. Like Wisconsin did. Wisconsin blew us out. We made a comeback in the third. Nigga, that game was over. Get out of here. Trying to act like we made a hell of a comeback. Man, Wisconsin stopped playing. They was running it up the middle. They wasn't even trying to score. They trying to kill the clock. Be real about it. My last thing, and I'm going to get off of here, y'all. I'm going to get off of here. My last thing. Harbaugh, his teams start slow. And this year, I believe it even made the season started slow. And you can say it's because of the new this or the new that. I don't care. That's excuses. When my coach told me, I'm done with the excuses, all the excuses. So, all the excuses, just get it done. Have them ready. But even when he was in the NFL, his team started slow in the Super Bowl against the Ravens, the Harbaugh Bowl, and then they slowly came back like the Penn State game. Basically just like that. And then they lost around the goal line. They couldn't get it in. Basically just like the Penn State game. Same thing. But this year, I believe this year, it was the same type of thing. Except for the season, not just a game or two or not just a big game or whatever. I believe it's the season. You started off slow and then start getting college. You can't start slow. You can do that in the NFL because everybody gets in the playoff and you lose a couple games. You can still get in at 10-6 and all that. College, you can't start off slow. That's why you schedule cupcakes in the beginning. Just in case you do start off slow, you can still win and, get your mojo going. But you can't, college ain't no start off slow. You can't start off slow in college. No, you can't. If you do, you can have an all right season. Let's say we win the rest of our games and we 11-2. We ain't gonna win the Big Ten. We ain't gonna go to the playoff. So what do we do? Nothing. I'm gonna tell you, nothing. It's about winning. It's about winning the Big Ten, going to the playoff, and winning championships. Big Ten championship, national championship. Everything else is That's what it's about, man. So Harbaugh got to get stopped with this slow stuff, this slow start, slow season, because we started off way too slow this season. And it took Penn State. About to get blown out at Penn State to wake the team up. No, you got to make them wake up earlier than that. You got to do something to get that fire in these boys from the jump in a game and the season. That's all I got, y'all. I had to get some of that out, man, because I don't like it when you disrespect the opponent that has been destroying you. Give them the respect they deserve. Give them the respect they deserve. And I hope that's how the players take it. Then you will be ready for them. Just like Don Brown. One more real quick. Don Brown. He didn't respect them. That's why he was dumb enough to run that man defense all game. And not have prepared the team to run zones all season. You have to prepare your team to run zone. You can't just throw it out there one game. You got to have them prepared, and they have to run it in other games. Practice ain't the game. So he didn't respect them. Oh, I'm Don Brown. I can just run the man all game. Yeah, we gonna run man. I don't care if they do crossing routes. Okay, OSU over there. Okay, he think he can just run man on us all game. Okay. They licking their chops. They licking their fingers. I feel sorry right now thinking about Watson out there getting torched. It ain't his fault. It was Don Brown. He ain't showing them respect they deserve. When you respect somebody, you will prepare for them the right way. Oh, but they got his respect this year. You see he getting ready for him. You should have already been doing that. Should have did that last year. Should have did that 2 years ago. But they got your respect now after they put up that 60 piece. You learned after they knocked your head in. They for real. Yeah, they for real. Get it done. Have the defenses ready. Harbaugh and the offense guys, you have them ready to come out and score early. Not get down 21 and then try to come back. It ain't going to work. They going to keep scoring. I guarantee it. Don't beat yourself. I'm out, man. I'm out, man. Like, share, subscribe. And as always, go blue, man.